Peppermint is what we are going to be talking about today, the herb of the day, and I love peppermint. The healing properties and then the magical properties of it. So peppermint leaves offer a wide range of medicinal benefits, including digestive support, nausea relief, headache reduction, and soothing effects on the skin and nervous system. Digestive health. Peppermint leaves properties can help relax and soothe muscles, can smooth muscles. Okay. I don't know why I said soothe, but it's smooth muscles of the gastrointestinal tract. This can alleviate intestinal spasms, bloating, and indigestion, and prevent gallstone formations. Studies suggest peppermint may be particularly effective in reducing symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, including gas, stomach pain, constipation, and diarrhea, nausea, and antiemetic effects. Peppermint has properties that help prevent nausea and vomiting. This effect is useful for motion sickness, postoperative nausea, and chemotherapy-induced nausea. The essential oils in peppermint stimulate receptors in the oral cavity and stomach, reduces the sensation of nausea and reflexively. Y'all know that I have trouble with my words sometimes on stuff I don't use all that much. So, and I don't use that word very much. Reflexively, I bet that's it. Okay, then it's good for headache and pain relief. The menthol in peppermint can help relieve tension, headaches, and migraines. Applying diluted peppermint oil to the forehead, and that's right here, just I would mix some with like olive oil, something that you have on hand, dilute it down like 1 drop. You'll be able to probably tell. I'd say 1 to 5 parts, let's do, on anointing the head like that. Okay, where was I? And, for the headache, okay. And then put it on your forehead and temples. You could even go crown, third eye, temple. That's how I like to do a lot of my stuff. And it may reduce headache intensity and associated symptoms such as light sensitivity. That's when you just can't stand the light. You're like squinting your eyes. And nausea. Peppermint also has mild analgesic effects, which can ease menstrual discomfort in some women. Skin and anti-inflammatory benefits. Peppermint leaves and oils have antiseptic and anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, making them useful for soothing skin irritation, reducing redness, and promoting wound healing. Topical application should always be diluted to prevent irritation and nervous system and stress relief. Peppermint has a mild sedative effect, which can help reduce stress, anxiety, and nervous tension. Drinking peppermint tea or peppermint extracts can improve relaxation and support better sleep, which to me it's always energy, because I'm sure it could do that too, but the energy, like in Japan, their workers, they give them a cup of peppermint tea before work for their focus and producing more products, because most of them, these are factory workers. And then, it helps keep them going through so that they can focus on their job a lot better. So, it's not just before bed. I would say in the morning, before you go to school, before you go to work, drink some peppermint tea to help if you have trouble focusing on stuff. And respiratory support, the menthol in it can help clear nasal passages and ease breathing during colds or allergies. Cognitive enhancement. Peppermint aroma may improve alertness, memory, and mental clarity. Oral health. Peppermint's antibacterial properties help freshen breath and reduce oral bacteria. It's probably why a lot of the toothpaste, gums, breath mints, they all have peppermint. And here's one thing people will say, well, I need mint. Peppermint is mint. There's not just something called mint in the herbal family. It's either peppermint, spearmint, bergamot is a mint. So it's like peppermint. If something is calling for mint, just use peppermint, because that's what it means. It could be any of the mints, but in the mint family, but peppermint's the most popular on that. So then we have energy and alertness. It enhances alertness, focus, and reduces mental and physical fatigue. Through the menthol's effects on the brain and nervous system, peppermint tea or peppermint oil aromatherapy can be practical ways to experience these benefits, especially when you need a mild natural boost without some stimulants. See, so that's what I'm talking about, for your alertness and focus and stuff like that. To me, peppermint is more so that way than a relaxant. I would go more for chamomile or lavender, something of that nature, to relax, and this for focus and alertness. So, usages and forms. Peppermint leaves can be consumed as tea, in fresh or dried. Some people might have a garden that they have their peppermint growing in. You can do that out of that without drying it. Tinctures or essential oil. Each form may target different benefits, such as digestive relief from tea or topical skin benefits from diluted oil. Peppermint is generally safe, but excessive use or concentrated oils may cause gastrointestinal upset or allergic reactions. In pregnant or breastfeeding individuals should consult a healthcare provider before use. So how to make peppermint tea with the dried leaves. You would use 1 teaspoon per cup for a moderate strength. For a bolder strength, use 2 teaspoons. And heat the water. Bring 1 cup of water, and that's 8 to 10 ounces of water, to a boil. Peppermint can handle boiling water without scorching, so it can be to a full boil. Steep the leaves and place the dried leaves in a tea infuser or strainer. You can use this, the tea ball, which can be used over and over. The tea bags like this, the cotton bags, maybe 3 uses out of them, and then you'd have to get another one. So, and then let that steep for 5 to 10 minutes. The longer you steep, the stronger the flavor. And then remove the infuser after steeping. Remove the leaves. See, all the leaves are going to be held in here or in here whenever you do that, so you don't have to strain when you use something like that. And after steeping, remove the leaves or infuser to prevent bitterness. and then add honey, sugar. I usually put a little bit of cinnamon in mine just because I love cinnamon. And then mix herbs, combine. You can also blend these, put chamomile, lavender, and ginger for a blended flavor. And you can also make iced peppermint tea. Brew a stronger cup, more leaves, or longer steep. Let cool and pour over ice. So let it steep longer, probably like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Let it steep, because if you're pouring it over ice, you want the water to be cooled down anyway. Otherwise, it's just going to taste real watery. So, all right, and then how much to take? While there is no strict limit, it is generally recommended to consume 1 to 2 cups daily to minimize side effects. And that, you don't have to do that every day. You know, just do it when you need to. Except, you know, like when going to work or school, that you need to focus and be alert. And then for tinctures, follow the instructions on my video about how to make a tincture, and your dosage, it's going to be the same thing. Your dosage of that is 1 to 2 dropperfuls for gas, bloating, and nausea, or as a tea. You can, you know, do it like that. So 1 to 2 dropperfuls, and that would be a day. Add to drinks, desserts, or flavorings you can do. And use in a diffuser or a room freshener. You can also use that tincture for that in a diffuser, or you know, in a little, you know, pot that you might have, bowl that you might have set up for room freshener. And then digestive issues. Peppermint tea may worsen acid reflux, heartburn, or stomach ulcers. Overconsumption can do that. And it can lead to nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, or cramping. Individuals with gallstones or liver problems should consult a doctor before regular consumption. And allergic reactions. Some people may experience headaches, dizziness, unsteady feet, mouth sores, skin irritation, or itching due to peppermint sensitivity. Severe allergic reactions, though, you know, if you have those, though rare, can be life-threatening and require immediate medical attention. So if you can eat a breath mint or chew peppermint gum, you should be fine. You shouldn't have an allergy to peppermint. So, you know, it would just, but if you can't, you know, don't. Stay away from peppermint then, the peppermint leaves. Blood sugar and blood pressure effects. Peppermint tea may lower blood sugar levels, which can interfere with diabetes and medications. It may also affect blood pressure, potentially interacting with hypotension treatments. Medicine interactions. Peppermint tea can interact with drugs such as antacids, cyclosporine, iron supplements, immunosuppressants, and certain antibiotics or antifungals. Oral and mouth effects. Menthol and peppermint can aggravate oral ulcers or cause dryness in the mouth. And then peppermint tea for pregnancy. Okay. Special precautions in pregnancy. Peppermint tea may stimulate blood flow in the uterus, potentially increasing the risk of miscarriage or preterm labor. Pregnant women are advised to avoid it or consult a health care provider. Infants and young children. Peppermint tea is not recommended for babies due to possible respiratory reactions. Now, here's another thing. It may keep out rats. You can grow peppermint around your house. Spread dried peppermint leaves in the attic or around your house where you're having problems. Use oil, peppermint oil. You can add that in a spray bottle, put water, mix water with it, and just spray it around, like the outside of your house area so that they'll stay away. But here's another thing. Rats don't like it, and several other rodents don't like it. Possums love it. So just keep that in mind whenever you're doing that. You might end up trading rats for possums, so, but possums are cute and they don't carry disease, so they have said, so I got a little possum that comes and eats the cat food that we leave for the feral cats every night, and I just love to watch that little thing eat, because it's still a baby right now, kind of. It's a teenager. All right, so now we have peppermint leaves for magical properties. Clarity and focus. Peppermint clears mental fog, sharpens concentration, and energizes the mind. Burn as an incense. We have the incense here. It smells so good. And add water or anoint your temples for mental sharpness. That would be taking your oil, mixing it, and then, like I do, crown, third eye, temple. And then, that way you can go to school like that, go to work like that, and keep that sharpness and alertness and focus all day. And then protection and warding. Dried leaves hung at the doors or burned can repel negativity. I thought I left out something there, and create a protective barrier. So like I was saying, you can use the dried leaves, you can plant around there, you can sprinkle some of this or spray, put in a spray bottle some of the oils, just like keeping out rats. You keep out your negative energies, same way I was talking about keeping out rats. And then purification, and this just occurred to me, maybe evil spirits come in through rats. Who knows? I wouldn't put it past them. So purification, strong cleansing, energy makes peppermint ideal for clearing stagnant or negative energy for rooms, tools, or the aura. Prosperity and abundance, used in money spells, charm bags for your money, green, gold, silver, and or placed in wallets, so you can sprinkle some in your wallets too, to attract success and fast-moving luck. And healing and renewal, symbolizes purification and emotional, physical healing, used in healing sachets in baths and sacred space cleansing. And you could use this for your bath too, put some of that in your bath. And then we've got dreams and psychic development, placed under pillows or in dream salves to enhance prophetic dreams and intuition. Communication and truth, ruled by Mercury. Peppermint supports honest speech, clear communication, and throat chakra work. And ways to use the peppermint magically. You can, for cleansing and purification rituals, burn the dried leaves as incense to clear a room. So you burn the dried leaves, or you could burn a peppermint incense. Add to ritual baths, which we talked about, for energetic cleansing. Sprinkle around your doorways to remove stagnant energy. That's stagnant energy coming in and will fill your home. Keep the stagnant energy away, kind of refreshes, recleanses. Prosperity and success work. Add to your money bowl. Some of you might have a bowl on your altar, charm bags, or prosperity jars. Combine with bay leaf for stronger money drawing spells. Dream and divination magic, place under your pillow for prophetic dreams. Brew peppermint tea before tarot or scrying sessions. Use dried leaves for tea leaf readings. So there's another good one for tea leaf readings. Hang bunches near your windows or doors for, this is protection now. Hang bunches near your windows or doors. Burn with rosemary or salt for warding. And then, that mix rosemary and peppermint together, or peppermint and salt together, and burn that for warding. And then your healing and sacred space, diffuse peppermint in sick rooms to refresh energies, because it is a cleansing type scent that you get. And use in healing sachets or oils. And then communication and mental work. Use in throat chakra rituals. Burn during difficult conversations or truth-telling spells. So this is a good one for truth. Well, so many people want to know which things to use for truth. Peppermint is a good one. Elemental, planetary, and spiritual. We've got the element of air. It's for clarity, communication, and movement. And then planet, Mercury, intellect, speed, communication. Astrological signs, Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, and Aries. Chakras are throat, your solar plexus, and your sacral. And Athena is one of the deities for healing, wisdom, and purity. And that is it for peppermint. The next one we will be doing is Queen of the Meadow, or also known as Meadowsweet. And make sure you like and subscribe.